Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. This is the way the nails look while they are glowing. And I just wanted to show you this before we get started. This set was super easy to do and I just winged it, so a freestyle. So I'm gonna use this foil, showing you the little Amazon hearts, some mesh that I'm gonna use, some really cool chrome glitter from Young Nails called Jazz Note, some Notpolish clear, Moonlight, Narcos, that's the glow, some white, some peel off base coat, my Young Nails brush, Young Nails glue, KIARA Sky tips, and Young Nails Monomer. So right here I am putting on my peel off base coat. By the way, you guys, we are less than 75 away from the giveaway. So I really want to thank and appreciate everybody for subscribing. So cool. Right here I'm sizing my tips. There's an sorry. Showing you guys how awesome these tips are. The C curve is fabulous. The coffin shape toward the end is just awesome. I left these full length. I didn't show me gluing them on because that took a minute with the peel off base coat. Right here I am just applying some clear so that I can get this mesh on. You guys can do this with gel glue, regular nail glue, or clear acrylic like I did. Don't worry if it's hanging off the edges, just let it dry there for a minute. Here I'm applying some more clear and going to be adding my hearts. I want them denser toward the cuticle and thinned out toward the tip, the free edge. I don't really care where they go. I just want to leave some clear spots in between. I can make a pattern out of it, or I can just make them kind of look like they're falling like I have done here. So I'm just scooping them up and putting them anywhere they go, applying some more clear to kind of keep them in place. I'll be capping later when I'm finished with the nail, but this is to just keep them where I want them, and also to not leave my design with a really lumpy shape that I have to fix later. So I am filling in some spots here as I go as well. This is going to be a quick video because this is the second time I've done the peel off method, and the instant I started filing, the nails popped off. So I don't show any filing in this video. So it's strictly application. I will put all of the products that I used in my description box as usual. And I also attach at the end the finished product and me polishing them with Gloss It by Notpolish. I always make a TikTok that I post on TikTok and Instagram, letting everyone know that I'm putting a tutorial on my YouTube. So I attach that TikTok at the end here. So this chrome glitter, it's not acrylic, it's just plain glitter, and I don't pick it up with clear. I just get a little monomer in my brush and I dip it in there. And it leaves a really smoky, shimmery effect wherever you put it. You can leave it dense and dark, or you can smoke it out and make it really thin. I was just threading it through on this nail, and a couple times later when I use it, I'm also kind of filling in little blank spots with it. It leaves a nice effect. So before I do my ombre from my cuticle, I am going to start to build the rest of this nail and cap and clear. I don't like building my nail with clear or building my shape with clear. When you have nails like these, you know, you have to. So that's what I'm doing here. Again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and all the views I've been getting. I posted a short of the nails I'm going to post next, my daughter's nails, and it got like 800 views in like within 5 minutes. It was so cool. So I definitely noticed that posting more frequently is really doing the trick. There you just saw me. Another trick to this is once your clear has hardened before you cap it, when I was at that stage where it was just laid down and hardened, if you go to clip them off with scissors, them meaning the little stringy parts, if you clip them off with scissors before you file it, you're trying to clip metal. So I usually file first and then it turns into string, and that's easier to cut. If you're at this stage and using this product, can't remember if I got these on Amazon or at Michael's. I think Amazon. Don't worry about the little pieces that are sticking out. As you build your nail, less and less of them will stick out. Just remember to keep your shape. Don't try to cover those and make your nail wider. Keep your nail the shape of your tip. So keep concentrating on your sides and keep concentrating on the shape of your nail as you go, as you see me doing here. Do not worry about the pieces that are sticking out. They will come off during finish filing. If they don't come off with your file, get a drill bit. It's going to be okay. Like, don't stress. Don't waste any time on that at all. Strictly build your nail and keep it moving. So I wanted, a lot of times what's in my head does not come out on the nail. What I wanted here was a very, very small amount. And now that, I watch the video and see my finished product, I realize I didn't really execute what was in my head. I wanted the smallest, most little bit of shimmer on top of this because I really wanted that mesh to show through, and I ended up doing a swirl. I did a KIARA Sky review on some pigmented colors, and I want you guys to notice here, this is not polished. I did not have to shake this. I didn't have to stir it. It is a very dark pigmented color, and it's a glow color. And as you see, there is no marbling. Could have had a large struggle here, but this acrylic gives you time to work with it and really clean it up. And just look how easy it is to work with. That could have been a mess. I put too large of a bead and too wet of a bead for my that small area that I was trying to put my cuticle bead at. It could have been a really big mess. Sometimes I'm out of frame on these, so if you don't see a little bit of what I'm doing, that's why. Also, every single time I do nails, right here where I just placed that bead, I always have a dip, like a divot. I always have to fill that in. I don't know why I always miss that area. I also always miss the inside of my nail right there. Right there, that part right there, I am always missing. I wipe it off. So when I'm finishing applying my acrylic, I always have to add more right there on every single nail, on clients and on myself. And every time I do my application, I'm concentrating on that, and I'm thinking, okay, make sure you don't wipe it all off right there. And I still do it every time. I don't know why. So it's something I have to work on because it obviously adds time to my application. This, I didn't do my thumb. This is the same way I did the set I posted a few days ago. It's just as if I'm using a practice hand. I'm just using 4 fingers and getting a design out of my mind. I don't know about you guys, but I'll see a glitter or a color and I'll think, oh, I have to use that. And then my brain won't stop thinking of all the ways I can make nails with that color or that glitter. So I just wanted to use this stuff, and so I made something out of it. So I would say it's a freestyle, and it was also, I guess I'm stumbling over my words here. I'm sorry. I meant to say it took about 45 minutes. This video was 45 minutes, so not including the filing. It took me 45 minutes for prep and tips and application. This is another one that could have been real messy, but that ended up being easy. That also has to do with liquid to powder ratio and the temperature of my nail room. And it looks like it's hardening and it's not going to let me move it around anymore, but it certainly does. It's one thing I really like about not polished products. They say they're buttery, and they definitely are, and I think that's what they mean there. They just remain buttery, but don't take forever to dry either. So right here, I'm just going to not only cap in clear, but make sure my shape has, continuity. I don't always cap my colors in clear, but again, this has to do with shape and that missing area that I always have right there. So I am strictly using the clear at the top for shape. And even if I already encapsulated the hearts, I still need to build up the rest of the nail to match, to add shape. And that's why I'm looking at my nails from all different areas. A lot of times I will have the whole nail done, but nothing on the tip, and so I need to pay attention to putting beads toward the tip like I am here. Another thing I learned that took me a while to learn, actually, is everyone says, clean up your sides as you go, clean up your sides as you go, and absolutely, yes, yes, yes. But if you don't tilt your brush in and angle it toward not the apex, because that's up near your cuticle, but the top of your nail, like right where I place that bead, like that area of the nail, if while you're swiping your sides, you're not angling your brush in toward that top, you're still going to have a thick nail. Your sides can be nice and clean. Maybe I'll show you, or I'll mention it again the next time I'm swiping sides. Also, trust the process. Looks like I have way too much on here, right? And when I do a marble, I just wing it. I put 2 beads on and I start moving it around. If I need to swipe some off, that's fine. If I get it too thick and I need to file it off, that's fine because there's a marble under there. This one ended up working out pretty good. Now, I did use that silver mesh, and with a marble, I always like to put a little foil, so I had to use silver foil. And I say had to because you'll probably not see any other set but this with silver foil on it unless a client asks for it, because to me it looks like aluminum foil. I do not like it, and I think I end up covering up the other foil that I use later. I just don't like working with foil. I do have some foil flakes that are gold from Profiles Backstage, and they're little pages, little papers that are separated with like wax paper of flakes. Those are super easy to work with. They're sticky and they are much more user-friendly than those jars of foil. I'm just not a fan of the jars of foil. So here I'm also adding a little, I wouldn't say vein because I'm not artistic and I'm sure I'm not going in the way a vein would go for marble, but I'm filling in little blank spots and I'm adding a little dimension, because once you put clear on, you can really see this shimmery glitter here. I'm 99% sure it's from Young Nails. I will read the bottom of the container and put it in the description box to be sure. Oh, there's another So far only 2 I think in this video. The one thing I struggled with big time when I was teaching myself nails and teaching myself to do marble, you can't pull this bead, you can't pull your cuticle bead down, because then you're going to ruin your marble and you're going to cover whatever marble you just did. But you do need to build your nail the way, you don't have to, you can start at the beginning, but one way or another, you have to blend the beads together. You can't do one big bead with marble, right? So I learned to work smaller, drier. You have to work wet to do a marble. So you either do really, really small wet ones and tap, tap like I did here to fill in that normal bald spot that I have on that side, or you kind of just put whatever size that works for you and take the rest off. Or with a wet brush like I'm doing here, just tap it, tap it, tap it. But the cuticle bead was always the hardest for me because it just didn't seem like there was any possible way for it to work. So I usually end up, like I did here, putting the lighter color down first and just leaving that part like more boldly white, like the nail is going to marble more as it gets toward the tip. Here, instead of putting acrylic, I'm just adding color to that naked spot with that glitter. I think right here, oh yeah, some more ugly aluminum foil. Tell me guys how you feel about silver foil. I have silver hearts in there. I have the silver mesh. Obviously this was blue and silver set, so I had to use it. I literally covered up that stuff in the middle almost all the way. The foil in the middle almost all the way. I think only in very tiny amounts like I have here does it look cute. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment about it. I still need some comments about what you guys want in the giveaway. We're getting really close. So in my previous videos, I mentioned the options. I will, of course, when I announce it and I reach 200 subscribers, I will announce or officially ask for, maybe I'll do a poll of 4 things. You guys can choose what you want the giveaway to be. Gel, acrylics, starter kit, or liner art supplies. So here's what I was talking about. Do you see how I'm not just doing my sides, but I'm pushing the acrylic toward the top of the nail, like folding it up. So instead of just brushing your sides, make sure you're getting your acrylic off the sides and into an apex essentially, even though you're not near your apex. I hope that's making sense. The height of your nail. That changed my game when I realized instead of just swiping my sides that I should be pushing it up. And I don't mean up toward my cuticle, I mean up as in arch. I meant to cut this out. The framing, I wasn't in frame a lot on this one, I'm sorry, but what I'm doing is just making, this nail is going to be half glitter and then ombre with the blue Narcos. That is what I'm talking about, where I'm tapping it, not just the sides, but tapping it up. I don't know, you guys, look how beautiful and easy this acrylic is to work with. It's just, I will never stop, like I said in another video, never stop praising this product. I've not encountered one that I don't like. None of their bits, their files, their monomer, their, needless to say, their acrylics. Their clear acrylic, I would say, is probably number 2 or 3 in the acrylics I've tried for clarity. It is very clear and it doesn't yellow, but it does have a little cloudiness. I did a set on my daughter today that I will be editing and uploading that video next. Her set came out absolutely gorgeous. There's a short. It's a milky white wintry blue set. I do have a tutorial coming for that. It's already recorded. I just need to edit and do a voiceover. That set was a lot of clear and I could kind of see the cloudy. So I do have a video coming up soon where I will show you a test I've already done before, but I'm going to record it this time, of all the clears in my collection. And we're going to see which one's yellow, which ones are cloudy. And I already know the results because I've done it before, but you guys are going to be surprised. This is going to end soon because there was no filing. So right after this is my TikTok video, the finished product. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please share, show your friends. Let's get up to 200 subscribers so I can do that giveaway and clean out my nail room and make somebody's day. Again, I didn't show the filing because these popped off immediately. The set you see me polishing with Glossit was literally glued back on. And then I was able to get them right back off again last night. I did these yesterday. Last night to not have really long nails on to do my daughter's nails today. All right, you guys, thanks again. I really appreciate all of you.